Fall Back Asleep Gently, a guided podcast for seniors over 60. You're awake. And that's perfectly okay. If you're hearing my voice right now, it likely means something simple, something familiar, something that happens to so many of us, especially as we grow older. You're awake. And it's the middle of the night. And you might be asking yourself, why does this keep happening? Why am I awake again at this hour? Or maybe you're not even asking. You're just lying there, eyes open, body still, but sleep has quietly stepped away. Let me tell you something, right here at the beginning, you're not broken. And you're not alone. In fact, it's far more normal than people realize. Waking up in the middle of the night, especially for adults over 60, is incredibly common. But we often don't talk about it. We don't share those quiet moments, when the house is still, the light is low, and our thoughts begin to wander. Sometimes the night feels like a blanket, soft but heavy. Other times it feels like a hallway long and echoing. And in those moments, our instinct is to fix it. To rush ourselves back into sleep. To worry about the hours we have left. To try harder, breathe harder, think less, sleep more. But what if I told you, you don't need to fix anything? Not right now. Not tonight. What if you gave yourself full permission to simply be awake? Not as a failure, not as a problem, but as a moment of calm. You see, sleep isn't something we chase. It's something we allow. And often, it returns when we stop trying so hard to find it. So, let's take a different approach tonight. You don't need to close your eyes. You don't need to force yourself to feel tired. You don't even need to try to fall back asleep. You're here. You're breathing. You're listening. And that is more than enough. In fact, keeping your eyes gently open in the dark, just soft, unfocused. Resting in the quiet can help your brain let go. It reduces the tension that sometimes builds behind closed eyelids. It tells your body, I'm not trying to control anything. And your heart rate begins to slow. That's where sleep begins, not in the struggle, but in the surrender. So take this moment with me. Wherever you are, whether in bed, on the couch, or resting quietly in your favorite chair, let's take a few slow breaths together. Inhale gently. Hold. And slowly release. Let's do that again. But even slower. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Pause, and exhale 3, 2, 1. Feel your chest soften. Feel the quiet begin to stretch, just a little further. That's the space we're working with tonight. And if your mind starts to wander, that's okay. If you think about tomorrow, or yesterday, or something completely random, also okay. The goal isn't silence. The goal is softness. Ease. Room to simply be. There's no test. There's no timeline. There's no failure here. You don't even need to keep listening with full attention. My voice will stay with you as a companion, not a guide. Not a teacher, just a gentle presence in the dark. I'm here to remind you that even when sleep feels far away, rest is still right here. So let's make a small promise tonight. No more fighting the night. No more frustration. No more pressure to sleep perfectly. Instead, let's explore this quiet hour with patience. Let's create space for rest to return, naturally and peacefully. And when you're ready, when your body begins to sink just a little deeper, and your breath becomes just a little slower, you'll feel it, that soft return, that quiet settling. The moment your body says, I'm safe, I can let go. Until then, we'll stay right here, together. Why you wake up and why that's okay, you're still here with me. And that means your body is still searching, still softening, still finding its way back to rest. So let's talk for a moment, just you and me, about why this is happening. Why are so many people, especially older adults, waking up in the middle of the night? It's not your imagination. And it's not something wrong with you. In fact, your body is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Let's take a little walk through the science of sleep. No textbooks needed, just gentle understanding. When you first fall asleep, your body temperature actually drops. That's part of how your body signals, okay, it's time to wind down. Around 10 or 10:30 at night, your core temperature begins to lower. And with that drop comes a message to the brain, release melatonin. That's the hormone that says, let's rest. Now imagine your body as a wave. Melatonin is the tide that helps you drift out into sleep. The temperature goes down, and you float into deeper and deeper stages of rest. But here's what's important. After a few hours, often between 1 and 3 a.m., that body temperature starts to rise again. And when it does, your brain begins to move into lighter stages of sleep. Not bad sleep, just lighter, more delicate. more responsive to little things like a shift in your blanket, a creaky floorboard, or a thought that drifts by. Now here's where age comes in. As we get older, we naturally spend less time in deep sleep, that heavy, immovable kind of sleep that we remember from our younger years. Instead, our nights are filled with more light sleep, more transitions, and yes, more awakenings. But here's the truth no one tells you. This is normal. Yes, normal. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not failing at sleep. Your body isn't broken. It's just different now. It's adapting. Your sleep pattern has changed, and it changes for everyone. With time, what once felt like an 8-hour stretch now feels more like a series of shorter journeys. A few hours here, a brief awakening, a return to sleep, then another pause. And yet, many people still hold on to the old idea that sleep should be long, deep, and uninterrupted. So when they wake up in the middle of the night, they panic. They stare at the ceiling. They feel the pressure of time, counting the hours until morning. But let me gently ask you this. What if waking up wasn't the problem? What if resisting it was? You see, the more we fight the night, the more alert we become, the more anxious, the more focused on fixing, instead of relaxing. But if you let it be, if you simply accept the moment for what it is, you may find that sleep returns without struggle. You're not meant to be perfectly still all night long. Just like the tide, your body ebbs and flows through cycles of depth and lightness, stillness and stirring. And these cycles? They're your body's way of restoring, healing, balancing, resetting hormones, repairing tissues, calming the nervous system. It doesn't all happen during deep sleep. Even light sleep has a purpose. Even moments of still, quiet wakefulness like the one you're in now have value. Now, maybe you've also noticed something else. Sometimes when you wake up, your mind starts to wander. Not just thoughts, but worries, concerns, to-do lists. And suddenly, instead of resting, your brain is solving things that can't be solved at 2 a.m. That's not your fault either. That's the brain doing what it was trained to do: stay alert, protect, problem solve. But tonight, we're going to gently let go of that habit. Not by pushing the thoughts away, but by giving them less attention. So if a thought shows up, just smile at it. Let it pass. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to stop it either. You're not here to be productive. You're here to be still. You're here to rest, whether sleep comes right away or not. And that brings us to a very important truth. You don't have to fall back asleep immediately. You don't have to force it. You don't even have to close your eyes right now. Yes, you heard me right. Sometimes, keeping your eyes open in the darkness, soft and relaxed, actually helps the brain release control. It takes pressure off. It signals, I'm not in danger. I'm not stressed. I'm just here. Because when your eyes are open in low light, your brain isn't focusing, it's drifting. It's loosening its grip on the world. And that opens the door for sleep to return naturally, on its own timeline. So if you're lying in bed right now, awake, you have permission to do nothing. No fixing. No scrolling. No stressing. Just breathe. Keep your body where it is. Let your breath stay slow, and your heart rate low. That's where healing happens. That's where your next sleep cycle begins. And if sleep doesn't come right away, you're still okay. You're still restoring. We'll talk more about that later. For now, just stay with me. We'll take it moment by moment. And when you're ready, when your breath has softened, we'll move gently into some simple things to avoid mistakes we all make that might be keeping you awake. But for now, just rest here with me. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. You're listening. You're relaxing. And sleep is already beginning to return. Quietly, gently, patiently. What not to do when you wake up, you're still with me. That's something special. Because you didn't rush away, you didn't push the night away, you stayed. And that's where real rest begins, not in fighting the night, but in allowing it to unfold, gently. Now that we've explored why your body might wake up at this hour, let's talk gently about what not to do when it happens. These aren't rules. There's no judgment here. Just a few quiet suggestions, born from years of watching what keeps people, especially older adults, awake when they don't mean to be. And sometimes, it's the tiniest habits, the smallest movements, that quietly nudges sleep farther away. So here they are, 4 things to avoid when you wake up at night. 1. Don't look at the clock. It's tempting, isn't it? You wake up, and almost without thinking, your eyes search for the numbers glowing in the dark. Is it 2:17 a.m.? Or 3:42:42:42? Maybe you're counting backwards, wondering, How much time do I have left to sleep? It seems innocent. But what you're really doing is inviting pressure back into the room. Your mind goes from peaceful to calculating, from resting to racing. And with that, your heart rate begins to rise. Sometimes just enough to pull you out of that soft, sleepy state and right back into wakefulness. So instead, if you wake up, don't look for numbers. Let time disappear. It's not your job to measure the hours. It's your moment to simply be. 2. Don't reach for your phone. Now, I know this one is hard. For many of us, our phones are right beside the bed. It's the clock, the flashlight, the habit. But let me gently tell you why that habit might be hurting your rest. The moment you pick up your phone, your brain wakes up. Even if you don't read anything, even if you just check the time or glance at a message, the light from your screen sends a signal. It's morning. Your brain sees that light and thinks it's time to wake. Melatonin production begins to slow, and your heart rate begins to climb again. It's a subtle signal, but it's powerful. And before you know it, sleep feels far away. So what can you do? Try this. Place your phone face down and a little farther away before bed. And when you wake up, resist the urge to reach. Instead, reach for your breath. That's the only signal your body needs right now. 3. Don't get up. Unless you truly have to. Let me be clear. If you need to use the restroom, please go. This is not about denial. But sometimes, especially in the quiet hours, we get up out of habit, not necessity. You wake up and think, maybe I should try the bathroom. And so you sit up, stand, walk, turn on a light. All of this, in just 30 seconds, raises your heart rate, activates your muscles, re-engages your mind. Your body shifts from sleep mode to motion, and the return to rest becomes harder. So before you get up, ask gently, do I really need to go? Or is my mind just looking for something to do? If it's the latter, stay where you are. Let stillness be the answer. And if you do have to get up, move slowly. Keep the lights low. Let the body stay as relaxed as possible. 4. Don't turn on the lights. Speaking of lights, let's talk about this one. Because light isn't neutral. It's a biological signal. Your brain has evolved to associate light with day, dark with sleep. When you turn on a bright light, even for just a moment, your brain thinks, time to be alert, time to function, and suddenly, your peaceful, sleepy state slips away. But you can work around this. Keep a nightlight in your bathroom or hallway. Use a soft, amber-colored bulb. Avoid white or blue tones. You can even keep a small glass of water by your bed, so if you're thirsty, you don't have to get up at all. It's the little things that make a big difference. Protect the dark. It's your friend. It's the language your body uses to find sleep again. A gentle reminder, these 4 things: checking the clock, looking at your phone, getting up unnecessarily, turning on the lights, they're not bad. They're not shameful. They're simply interruptions. Tiny nudges that tell your brain, stay awake. And once you know that, you can choose differently. You can let your body stay still. Let your thoughts pass by. Let the night remain gentle. So the next time you wake up, and the silence feels heavy, or the stillness feels unsettling, remember, you don't have to do anything. Just be. Just breathe. Just rest. And if you want, keep your eyes open in the dark. Let them soften, unfocused. Let your thoughts drift. You're not failing at sleep. You're learning to rest without pressure. And now that we've cleared the space, that we've let go of those little habits that interrupt sleep, it's time for something even softer. In our next section, I'll walk you through 3 gentle techniques, simple, powerful, and deeply calming, to help guide your body back to sleep. But first, let's take a breath together. Inhale, slowly, hold, and exhale. Your body knows what to do. We're just giving it space to remember. Gentle techniques to guide you back to sleep. You're still here. That means your heart is still listening. Your body is still open. And somewhere inside, your mind is beginning to slow down. You've made space. Space for calm. Space for stillness. Space for rest. Now, I'd like to gently guide you through 3 simple, science-backed techniques. No effort. No strain. Just gentle tools designed to lead your body and mind back towards sleep. You don't need to remember anything. You don't need to follow perfectly. Just listen. And let your body do what it naturally knows how to do. We'll begin with the breath. 1. The 4-7-8 breathing technique. This method is used by sleep doctors, therapists, even yoga instructors. It's simple, powerful, and best of all, it's quiet. It slows the heart rate. It calms the nervous system. and it invites your body to settle, gently, into sleep. Let's try it together. No need to exaggerate or force. Just breathe softly and naturally with me. Inhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pause. Notice how you feel. Can you feel your breath slowing down? Can you sense your shoulders dropping just a little? Even after just a few rounds, your body begins to shift. And if you continue quietly, at your own pace, you may begin to feel drowsy. If not, that's okay. This is still a rest. You can return to this breathing pattern anytime during the night. It works best when done with patience, no rush, no pressure, just rhythm. 2. Counting back from 300 by threes. Now we'll move into a mental technique, a gentle trick for your brain. We call it counting backward from 300 by threes. Sounds odd, doesn't it? But here's the reason it works. It gives your brain something just engaging enough to focus on, but not stressful enough to stay awake for. It distracts you from your worries, from that mental to-do list, from the spiral of thoughts that sometimes visit in the night. Let's begin. You don't have to say anything aloud. Just listen and follow along in your head. Close your eyes, if that feels good, or keep them open. Soft. Resting in the dark. I'll count with you for a few moments. 300, 297, 294, 291, 288, 285. Keep going now, in your mind. Take your time. There's no goal here. No finish line. If you forget where you were, start again. If you lose track, that's good. It means your mind is wandering, and that's exactly what we want. Let the numbers become soft. Let them carry you. And if you drift off while counting, even better. If not, you're still resting. You're still doing exactly what your body needs. 3. Progressive muscle relaxation PMR. This last technique is for your body. It's called progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR for short. It's a simple way of noticing your tension and releasing it, one area at a time. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. You can do this lying down, eyes open or closed. Let's begin. Focus on your feet. Curl your toes gently. Hold that tension, just for a moment, and now release. Feel the difference. Notice how your feet begin to relax. Now your calves. Tighten them. Not too much, just enough to feel it. Hold. Now release. Let's move to your thighs. Squeeze gently. Hold. Release. With each breath, your muscles melt just a little more. Let's keep going. Tighten your stomach. Not in a harsh way, just enough to feel present. Hold. Now let go. Let that softness spread upward. Now your shoulders. Raise them just slightly. Hold them up near your ears, and then drop them down. Let them fall away from the tension of the day. Let your arms hang heavy. Let your hands rest. You might even wiggle your fingers once, then let them be still. Finally, your face. Scrunch it gently. Your eyes, your jaw, your forehead. Hold. Now released. Feel your face smooth, like water settling in a pond. You are still. You are soft. And your whole body is beginning to remember what peace feels like. You've just completed a full body relaxation. Simple, right? But so effective. You can repeat this anytime. Sometimes just doing feet to head once is enough. Other nights, you may want to go through the whole cycle a few times. There's no wrong way. Only your way. So now, let's pause. Let's sit quietly together at this moment. You've given yourself time. You've created space. You've allowed stillness. And whether you are asleep already, or floating gently in that space just before sleep, you've already succeeded. You've given your body exactly what it needed. Not control. Not perfection. Just rest. In the next and final section, I'll share one more idea with you. Something called non-sleep deep rest. And why you don't need to sleep to heal. But for now, just breathe. Just float. You are safe here. You are supported. And sleep is never far behind. Non-sleep deep rest. When sleep doesn't come, you're still here with me, and that alone says something powerful. You've given yourself time. You've given yourself grace. You've allowed rest to enter without rushing it, without forcing it. Whether your eyes are closed now, or still open in the dark, whether you've drifted in and out of sleep, or remained quietly awake, everything you've done tonight has been healing. And now, I want to introduce you to a concept that's helped many people, especially older adults, change the way they think about sleep. It's called non-sleep deep rest. You might also hear it called NSDR. And here's the beautiful truth. Even if sleep doesn't return right away, you can still rest deeply and your body will still recharge, still heal, still restore energy. What is non-sleep deep rest? Let's start with a simple picture. You're lying in bed. It's dark. You're breathing slowly. Your body is still. And your mind is gently floating. You're not asleep. But you're not exactly awake either. You're in that space, the quiet space, where your thoughts soften, your muscles loosen, and your breath begins to slow naturally, without effort. That, right there, is non-sleep deep rest. And it's one of the most underappreciated tools for better health. Sleep scientists have studied this state for years. They've found that just 1 hour of NSDR can be nearly as restorative as 20 minutes of deep sleep. That means, even if you're not sleeping, your brain and body are still healing. Why NSDR matters for older adults. As we age, our sleep cycles become more fragile. Waking up more often is common. Getting back to sleep isn't always easy. But that doesn't mean the night is lost. It just means we shift the goal. Instead of chasing unconsciousness, we invite stillness. Instead of fighting to sleep, we allow ourselves to rest without resistance. And guess what? This reduces inflammation. It lowers cortisol. It improves immune function. It helps regulate blood pressure, mood, memory, all from simply resting deeply without sleeping. And perhaps most importantly, it gives you back your peace. It removes the pressure, the shame, the frustration that sometimes comes with nighttime wakefulness. Because now, you have a new goal, just to rest, to breathe slowly, to stay soft, and to let your body do what it can in this moment. How to practice NSDR, right now, you're already doing it. Right now. But here's how to go even deeper. Let's practice together. Step 1. Let go of the clock. Time doesn't matter here. You don't need to know how many hours you've been awake, or how long you have left before morning. Let go of numbers. Let go of expectations. This moment is enough. Step 2. Settle your breath. You don't need to count anymore. Just notice. Feel the air move in and out. Let it become slower and softer. If you like, you can whisper silently, in, as you breathe in, and out, as you breathe out. No need to control anything. Just ride the rhythm. Step 3. Let your muscles float. Notice your limbs. Are your hands soft? Are your legs heavy? Let them sink into the bed. Feel the warmth of your blanket, the steadiness of the mattress. You're being held. You're completely safe. There's nothing you need to do. Step 4. Let thoughts pass like clouds. If your mind brings something up, a memory, a worry, a random idea, don't chase it. Don't resist it. Just imagine it drifting across the sky, like a cloud, floating away on a breeze. You don't need to solve anything tonight. This isn't the time for answers. It's the time for allowing. Let your awareness become soft. Let the edges of thought blur. Let yourself just be. You're already healing. Right now, as you lie still, your blood pressure is balancing. Your stress hormones are lowering. Your muscles are recovering. Your nervous system is shifting back into safety, even without sleep. This is the miracle of rest. This is why NSDR is so powerful. And maybe, just maybe, as you breathe here with me, your body will naturally drift back into sleep. Maybe not. Either way, you're doing exactly what you need to do. You're resting. You're healing. You're safe. Let's end the night together. Before we go, let's share one last moment together. Take one more slow breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let the sound be soft. Let your body settle. If your eyes are still open, let them close gently. If they're already closed, feel how natural that darkness is now. Let it wrap around you like a warm blanket. You've done enough. You don't need to do anything more tonight. Just stay here. Just rest. And if sleep comes, let it arrive like a friend. If it doesn't, you'll still rise tomorrow, having given your body everything it needed. Rest. Stillness. Peace. That's what you've given yourself tonight. Thank you for trusting me with your time, for letting my voice join you in this quiet hour, and for giving yourself permission to simply rest. Sleep well, my friend, or rest well. Either way, You are healing. And I'll be here again, whenever you need a voice in the dark. Good night.